Okay, you guys, so we're recording, so we're good. So I am so excited to have DJ do this call for us. He's a badass doctor and husband to Jesse, a badass coach. So they're like this awesome like power couple team that is part of Team Belong and Care. Jesse is the founding coach of Healthy. How is it? Is it Healthy Humble Hustlers? HHH, yeah. So Jessie just became a full-time coach herself. She retired from her job, and now they're like, you know, these just awesome bosses. And Dave obviously has an extensive background in the medical field, and he is, and he's being so kind to share his thoughts with us. And yeah, so I'm just excited to hear from you. I'm going to pass it over to you, and I'm just going to go through and mute everybody. Dave, I don't know how you want to do it, if you want to take questions at the end or if you have time for questions at the end, because I know you have to get to work, so you might need to come back and like answer questions later. So I'm just going to stop talking and let you get started.
Sure, yeah, I'm just going to talk for a little bit, and then I'll answer anyone's questions that anyone might have. I'm not really a big fan of talking, you know. So, there you go. All right, so Jesse, a little bit about me first. I am a recent graduate of Life West Chiropractic College, where I specialized in sports chiropractic. I worked on the rugby team there. They were the Division II champs when I was working with them. And I worked with a bunch of other doctors in the sports medicine field. During school, we had a lot of introduction into nutrition and different diets, especially restrictive diets that I know many of you wanted me to touch on today. So a little bit about nutrition and exercise. About 700 weight loss studies found that most of the weight lost is from a diet. Now, whether it's a restrictive diet you're going to be on or a functional diet like Shakeology offers, it's kind of up to you as the coach to decide which one you're going to put them on. If one of your clients are morbidly obese, you might want to start them on a restrictive diet like keto to help them to drop some weight, and then turn them on to Shakeology later. That might be an option. I'm not saying either of them is bad. I'm saying that both of them have their place. Does that make sense? Yes, a little bit? Okay, good. One thing that I'm not a fan of those ketogenic diets is that you can't really perform a big workout with those. And if you ladies are out there doing Shaun T or any of those, you guys can't really function with that ketogenic diet that many of these people are trying to do right now. And they're just not hacking it during the workouts. You're going to see a lot of people drop out. So really stressing the fact that they need this functional diet to get them going throughout their day and to keep them going. And it's a functional diet that they can use for the rest of their life. Now, I'm lucky enough because I have my coach right here next to me, and she makes me all my meals off of the Beachbody website and all of those, and they're delicious and they're great, and it's all a functional diet that everyone can have. They're not too restrictive. I've noticed they're kind of low carb, forgive me, which is good, which is what people need. However, if you're like me, I can't go no carbs. It's not going to happen for me. It's not an option. It's never going to be that way, right? So we all got to find what we're going to do. What we're going to do to make everything work, right? The reason why people need Shakeology, so there's this whole idea of let medicine be thy food, right? Or food be thy medicine. And the whole idea behind that is if you eat healthy, the idea is that you don't need to have all this medicine or prescriptive medicine. It's going to help you to be healthy overall in the long run. So with that being said, where does Shakeology fall in this whole diagram, right? If I eat healthy for the rest of my life, then do I need Shakeology? What do you guys think? Yes, you do need Shakeology. Very good, Laura. I like that. Good. Some action. Good. I like that. All right. Got some nods. Yes. And I'm going to tell you why. A couple of decades ago, the soil was actually a lot richer in nutrients and vitamins than it was today. Today, I think the saying they used to say repeatedly in college was you need 4 apples today to equal the nutrients and the vitamin of 1 apple you would have gotten 2 decades ago. So that means right now you can eat as healthy as you want. And you guys should look this up on PubMed. Go to PubMed and type in soil depletion, and this will pop right up. And what you're going to find is that you need to eat more and more and more today to actually get the proper vitamins and nutrients that you need to sustain yourself, especially if you're doing a really hardcore workout, which I'm sure many of you guys are. So what I'm telling you today is you guys need to supplement your diet with something like Shakeology. I'm not sitting here pushing that it has to be Shakeology, but I'm saying that these people need something to take to supplement throughout their day to stay healthy. Now, why Shakeology? Because that shit tastes good. Have you had any of the other? They're nasty. They're not good. They don't taste good. I don't like them. I like the vegan chocolate one that my wife makes me. She puts peanut butter in it. That shit tastes good. I enjoy it a lot, okay? That's all I'll drink, real talk. So that's why these people, they need to be on something. They do. They need to be on something. And what's more cost effective than, I think, what is it, $3 with the Coach package or whatever? I mean, that's so cheap. You can't really beat that for another full nutrient impact shake like that actually tastes good, right? So there you go. Thank you, Casey. All right. So all these people looking to lose weight, they're all going to start with a low sugar, low carb diet, and that's great. But remember, just stress the fact that it's not going to be functional. They're not going to be able to continue that throughout their whole life, right? And to actually lose this weight, as everyone knows, it's a lifestyle change. It's not a couple week change. It's not a month change. No, this is a lifestyle change. If you want to actually lose weight and create a difference in your life, you have to start eating healthy, exercising, and going to all your appointments with your doctors and everything, okay? I hate to say it. I know that sucks. Now I actually like Beachbody's workouts quite a bit. For this little talk, I did some research on what exactly the proper amount of exercise will be for weight loss. And you guys are going to like this. I'm going to read this so I don't muck this up. I wrote down that research has shown that when you build up to 5 workouts a week at 50 minutes each at a moderate intensity using mostly body weight, then you'll get leaner faster, and beyond just burning fat, you're becoming healthier. So I don't know if you guys caught that, but that is exactly what Beachbody has you guys doing weekly. That is exactly what Beachbody has you guys doing lately. So between the workouts that Beachbody has you guys doing and the Shakeology that truthfully everybody needs some sort of supplementation in their life. Doesn't matter who they are, whether they're pregnant, breastfeeding, I don't care what the excuses are. Everybody needs some sort of supplementation in their life. Now, I had a question about pregnancy and Shakeology come up, as well as breastfeeding with it. And the question was, can I take Shakeology and my prenatals? Thank you. Lost my train of thought there. And my prenatals at the same time. And I'm going to tell you, yes, you can. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to look at the back of Shakeology, depending on the kind you're taking, and look at the back of your prenatal and make sure you're getting your omega-3s, make sure you're getting your folic acid, make sure you're getting these things that are standards and that are problems. Laura, that was hilarious. And are problems with people that need to be on these prenatals that are pregnant, okay? Does that make sense? All right, I think that's about as much talking as I'm going to do here. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and fire them out of me.
So would you say that would pregnant moms, because there are a few moms on here, moms-to-be, would you say that they're going to overdose themselves basically with vitamins if they do prenatal and Shakeology?
You know, I'm going to go on ahead and say no, because most of the vitamins and minerals that are in there, you usually excrete through your urine or through your bowels. So generally, the more you intake, the more you just flush out. Now, a lot of these... Now, a lot of these you're going to want to take more of, like folic acid and omega-3s, especially the ones high in EPA. You guys are going to take more of those throughout your day, and that's a different talk for another day.
I know whenever I was once talking to a mom, her doctor had said that he was just worried. Indiana. Her doctor said that he was worried about the vitamin A in it for first trimester. And then whenever he looked further into it, he said that it was okay because the vitamin A occurring in Shakeology was naturally occurring and not synthetic vitamin A. Whereas you don't want too much synthetic vitamin A in your diet whenever you're in your first trimester. So I thought that was interesting.
That's a very good point, Laura. Actually, what we teach in school is to stay away from everything synthetic. Everything synthetic is forcing something to happen in your body. Now, I don't know if you want to force it or if you want to just have it occurring naturally. That's kind of what we tend to go for, is having something naturally in your body. But anything synthetic is going to force it, and it's going to have a byproduct that could be bad or could be good. It's all up to how your body processes it. Now, within this same realm of eating to your health, and I was talking about how 1 apple is worth about 4 apples today, the same nutrients that you find in an apple is not the same nutrients that you get in a supplement, if you will. What science has actually found is that ascorbic acid, as many of you know as vitamin C, right? That is actually just the shell around the molecule that is vitamin C. So truthfully, are we even taking vitamin C when we take those supplements? I don't know. It might be better to have some oranges, have some citrus, have something that is high in vitamin C rather than do that and have a lot of it, right? That's kind of the idea that I would go for. So beware of all these supplements that are very synthetic, like you pointed out, and go with something that's more natural, that's produced from the soil, and something that Shakeology has. It's really good. So, and that's back on that functional diet kind of train that Stacy likes so much.
I have a question. Can you repeat what you said right before you said that's exactly what Shakeology is doing or is like giving us?
Oh my God. When was that?
maybe I can just catch it in the recording. Sorry, I didn't know if you had like notes or something, or if like
I kind of have notes, but if you know me, I make all these extensive amount of notes and then I just go off of my head. So it's kind of
okay. Well, that's okay. I'm sure there'll be a recording, so I can go look back. I missed what it was, and then you were like, "That's exactly what Beachbody is giving you." I'm like, "Well, I should know what you said."
Oh, that was the exercises I was talking about. That was the exercises. Oh, was that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. I actually have those notes, believe it or not. Okay. And
it sounded like it was something off of notes, so I was like,
yeah, it definitely was. Okay, definitely was. Yeah, it's research has shown that when you build up to 5 to 6 workouts a week, 50 minutes each, at a moderate intensity, using mostly body weight, then you'll get leaner and faster. Get leaner faster, forgive me.
Which makes sense against like Shaun T, for instance, because he kicks your ass in 30 minutes. There's no moderation in that. The cool down is moderation.
Yes. But the thing that I would stress for these people is that, yes, Beachbody has everything figured out. They really do. I mean, when I went and did research, I dug all over PubMed for stuff that discredited them and stuff that would show something different. And truthfully, there isn't. It's everything they have is backed up with all the personal training journals and everything else that I've done. And they are right on par with today's evidence-based science for this kind of weight loss. So it's decent as far as the functional diet goes. As far as a functional diet, because they don't push, as far as I know, I haven't seen them push a real restrictive diet. Have you guys seen that? No, right? Yeah. So they're talking lifestyle change. They're talking long term. It's good stuff. Thank you.
Thank you for going back.
No, thank you.
I know that there's all this big talk about keto, like the whole keto diet. Can you explain the science behind what actually puts your body into ketosis?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Thanks for putting me on blast here. All right.
You're welcome.
So basically, anytime you eat something, your body is going to go for the sugar and the carbs first. And then your body's going to take those and they're going to use them directly as fuel. And that's why they talk about that big spike in glucose and it drops down afterwards, right? Because those carbs and those sugars, they get burnt up real quick and you use them really fast. Now, the problem with that is all the proteins and the fats that aren't being used during that glucose spike, those are all going to your ass and belly. I hate to break it to you. It's all happening right there, right? So this idea of ketosis is that they have you eat a lot of fats and proteins in their diet, and then what happens? Laura, you're cracking me up. And then so you're eating a lot of fats and proteins in your diet, and then what happens is your liver goes into this process called gluconeogenesis, and this is literally neoglucose. You are making new glucose out of fats and proteins. So what you do is you go off of this new sugar that your liver is making, and as long as you are having no carbs and sugars, it won't eat those and then put the fats and stuff elsewhere on your body. So the idea is you feed it only fat and protein, and then your body will survive on just fat and protein and will actually cause you to actually start losing weight, because then you will be burning fat in order to make fuel. Did that make sense?
So basically, fat and protein, it'll eat off of it. Your body will eat off of that and basically get the energy off of that. So,
Yes.
so how long does it take for your body to actually get into ketosis mode?
Now this is on a metabolic level that if with each one of you is a little bit different, right? I think in our chemistry textbook, I think it was Lipcott or someone like that, he stressed that it was 12 hours with exercise is faster too. So, but the whole problem is that many people, they eat a lot of carbs throughout their day, so they're not going to be able to just make this change rapidly. And this 12-hour shift, usually you can a couple days, but once you hit a week or a couple weeks, you get what a lot of my classmates and teachers call the ketogenic flu. And you usually get achy, kind of feverish, and you don't have the energy. A lot of you shaking your head, you've been through, huh? Yeah, and you don't have the energy that you would have, especially if you're trying to do a big workout like Shaun T. You're not going to have it. It's not going to happen. And all these people crashed. We did this diet in my class, my last quarter of school. Everybody did it. Everybody on the average lost something like 14 pounds in 3 months, and that around the board, that was with exercise, without exercise. But the main takeaway from that was that the biggest complaint was that they couldn't do their workouts. They couldn't get their full 60 to 90 minutes of hard cardio in. They just couldn't do it. They burnt out. So that's kind of what you guys are looking. If you guys are looking for this whole lifestyle shift and making a change and working out for a long time, this ketogenic diet might not be for you. Now, with that being said, different strokes for different folks. Some people, this is where science has yet to really prove that it doesn't. On the internet, you will find articles proving that you can sustain a workout with ketosis, and you'll find others that you'll say you can't. So right now, we're just kind of in this level where I think we're figuring out that different people run off a different fuel. Some of us run off of diesel. Some of us run off on leaded. Let's hope to be the 91, right? That's all we hope for.
I want that expensive shit.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Hopefully. Is there any other questions, ladies? Are you working down there? Way to be. I like that. Yeah.
Any other questions for you guys?
Questions?
All right. Well, I hope that was useful for you guys, and it helped you guys with your conversations, especially because it's Teen Cup month. If you have any questions, one of the threads, tag me in it so I can pick his brain, because let's be real, I have a short attention span and I don't get the whole chemical thing. That's genre. So if you have any questions, just tag me in there, and then I am happy to get the answers for you.
Thank you so much, Dave. I'm going to post the recording. I'm going to upload it to YouTube and post it in the pages.
Perfect.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, Mommy. Thank you, Mommy.
You too.
Okay.